Everyone, this is Stephanie and I am doing my Weight Watchers check-in video, and I had a really good week overall. My little boy had the flu all day on Thursday, started throwing up and was throwing up, couldn't keep anything down until bedtime. So poor little guy. It's always hard for a mom to watch your little one be sick, but he turned a corner and was good on Friday, but I didn't want to take him to the meeting just in case. So Fridays are the only meeting that you can bring your kids to. So today, unfortunately, I didn't get to stick around for the meeting, but I did go in and weigh in. And I was down 2.4 pounds. And I wanted to do a backflip off the scale. And the only reason I didn't is because I don't know how to do a backflip unless I'm on a trampoline. And yeah, my total is 28.2, which means I'm 1.8 pounds away from reaching 30 pounds. So that's my next 5-pound badge. I was just like running towards that 30-pound mark, and then I went on vacation and I gained some weight. Then I had to lose it. And now I'm like past where I was right before. The lowest that I had gotten to was down 27 total. So I'm just so excited, and I am living proof that you can overcome a gain, and you can overcome a big gain, and you can overcome like just those really crappy weeks. I'm living proof of that. I am just so excited. It's like each week I kind of have my own little aha moment, and that's really what this journey is about, is figuring out what habits we need to change, the things in our life that we can control, just kind of letting the things that we can't control go and learning how to cope with it. And in my life, my way of coping has always been food. Always. Frustration, stress, tiredness, boredom, happiness. I just want food. Like all the time with everything. And I'm really glad that that obsession with food is being managed right now, and I credit that to Weight Watchers and tracking and going in every week, even if I don't have like a great week on the scale. It's accountability for me, and that's why I do it. And I hate going when I already know that I've gained. I hate it. It's a really, really emotional thing for me to go into the scale and weigh in knowing that I gained. And so I just know my body, like, this is going to be the biggest loss of the month. I just finished Shark Week, so that always helps, getting rid of the water retention. So when I say that I've lost 2.4 pounds, I absolutely tried hard this week, and I got my workouts in and that sort of thing. But my weeks kind of go like this, like big loss, stay the same, or a little loss, stay the same, or like another little loss, and then usually a no loss or a gain. And then after, all of Mother Nature takes its course inside, then I have my big loss again. And so there will be sometimes 2 weeks where that scale just goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then it goes, and then the same thing will happen. It will like lose a lot, and then kind of the way the numbers will slow down, it'll either be like a small gain or sometimes stay the same, and then either stay the same or a gain. I don't know, or like a really tiny loss. So we'll see how things go with that. So I really don't want to make this a longer video than it needs to be, but I do want to say one more thing. I have been double tracking Points Plus and Smart Points. If I haven't mentioned that before, or if you didn't know that before, I had a really hard time with the switch over to Smart Points, and I was driving myself crazy, and I had a little bit of a cray-cray moment where I just said, I can't do it, I can't do Smart Points, it's not working for me. And so I went back to tracking Points Plus, but I wanted to double track for Smart Points in the hopes of figuring out why I was having such a hard time on Smart Points versus the Points Plus. So I'm going to be counting Points Plus for at least one more week, maybe 2 more weeks, and I've been doing a lot of journaling, and I have started to find how to kind of switch up like a high fat, low carb day with not a high protein, but not a high fat, low carb day. Still pretty much lower carb days is how I try to be, and then just kind of alternating between having a higher fat and then a higher protein. And what that does is on those days where I am eating higher fat, those days are always about 33 points plus and about 42 smart points. So when I do go back to counting smart points, what I'm going to have is I'm going to have kind of that benchmark of where I need to stay. I think where I was getting discouraged is I would try to have all of my fats, and I was having 40, 50 smart points for the day, and that really freaked me out because that's way over, and then I was always in the negatives. And so what this has done is kind of got me back to my comfort zone. I know my comfort zone was Points Plus. I was like almost like a robot for what I'd have for breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. Breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. And so I've kind of been tweaking things and just experimenting with different foods, experimenting with some of the proteins that are lower smart points than they are Points Plus, because as we all know, some things went down and then some things went way up, and a lot of things stayed the same. So it's been kind of cool for me to kind of be doing this experiment so that when I do go back to Smart Points, I won't freak out when I go over. I'll just know that's okay. This is just a higher point day. And then what I'd like to do is kind of alternate, like, you know, one day I might have salmon and avocado. Both are high in fat. The salmon is high in protein. And then maybe on my high fat day, then I would have, like that would be the day that I would have my coconut oil, I would have my grass-fed beef, I would have some butter on my broccoli, and then the next day it might be back to like eggs and an avocado. Avocado stayed the same, and I love avocado. I've been eating more avocado and more avocado oil, so I've actually been doing avocado oil more than coconut oil because I totally ran out of coconut oil, and I'm kind of trying to just shop the pantry for the rest of this week because we did a little challenge to stay 100% on our grocery budget, and that's been working really well. So anyway, I'm not going to ramble on and on any longer, but that's where I'm at. In 1 or 2 weeks, I will be switching back to just counting smart points, and I'm excited for that so that I can still be kind of tuned in to the YouTube community, and you know, I'm paying for the dang app, I might as well use it. And hope you're having a great weekend, and if you've fallen off the wagon, take a deep breath, don't beat yourself up. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to gain all your weight back overnight, but just make sure that if you have had kind of a rough day or a rough weekend, that you don't let it go on too long, because that's when the self-hate and the progress starts to be undone. Isn't it amazing how quickly we can undo the progress that we've done? So anyway, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.